Today I'm going to teach you how to add and subtract fractions. Fractions are very confusing, so I hope this video will help you. Some neat tricks. So we'll start off with the basics. So you've got 2 divided by 7 plus 3 on 7. Easy enough, you've got the denominators are the same, so it'll be something over 7, so we go 2 plus 3, 5. I'll draw this up because it is a bit easier to learn when you visualize it. Say you've got a bar of chocolate with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bars in it. You've got 2 and you're adding 3 more sevenths. So you've got 2 sevenths. Now we're going to add 3 more. 1, 2, 3. So in total you've got 5 sevenths. Let's do a different one. A bit harder this time. So you've got 1/2 plus 3 quarters. Now, this one is a little bit harder because the denominators are different. So, how do we change the denominators the same? This one is easy because we can see that if you times 2 by 2, it'll be 4, the same as that one. So, we times the bottom and the top, both by 2. So then that equals 2 on 4. 1 times 2, 2. 2 times 2, 4. Plus the other term, 4. And then it's just like the first one. See, we've got same denominators, which will be equal to 5 quarters. Let's draw this one up. Say you've got 2 pizzas divided into quarters. So you've got half to start with over here. That's half a pizza, which is 2 quarters. Now we're going to we're adding another 3 quarters, so 1, 2, 3. Simple enough? Okay, now let's turn over the page for something a little bit more difficult that's not as easy to work out like we did with this one. So say you've got a number like, we'll go 1/2 again, plus 1/3. How on earth are we going to do that? We can't double it or anything, so we have to find common denominators. So we have to find the lowest common denominator. So what is a multiple? What can be in 2 and 3? So if you times 2 by 3, you get 6. That works. So we have to change the denominator to 6. How do we do that? Well, to change the 2 to 6, we times it by 3. So what we do to the bottom, we have to do to the top. So we times that by 3. To get this number to 6, we times by 2. So whatever we do to the bottom, we have to do to the top. So this all comes out to equal to 3, 1 times 3, over 6, 2 times 3, plus, what do we do to the bottom? We times it by 2, so 2 times 3, 6, on, what do we do to the top? We times by 2, so it would be 2. And then it's back to the first question. We've got the same denominators, so it's equal to, mental blank, 5 on 6. There we have it. Now let's do another one. Let's do, let's go 7 on 2 plus 5 on 10. Now what I want you to do is pause, work this out and see if we get the same answer. So pause now, please. Okay, let's work through it. So what we do first is we find the lowest common denominator, so the lowest number that both goes into these. Well, we know that 2 goes into 10, don't we? So we can leave this fraction because it has already got the lowest common denominator. But what do we do to 2 to get it to be a 10? We times by 5. So what we do to the bottom, we have to do to the top, times by 5. Okay, now what is 7 times 5? 35, and that is 10. 2 times 5. And so this one we don't change because it has already got a denominator of 10. So that just becomes 5 on 10. And so we've got the same denominator, so it's going to be something on 10. So it'll be 40 on 10. But in a test situation, they would want you to simplify that down. So how many times does 10 go into 40? So 10 divided by 40. 4 times. So I'll bring this down here and explain it further. So 40 on 10. So we can cancel out the zeros because we're dividing by 10. So then we're left with 4 on 1. Well, anything on 1 is the top thing. So that is equal to 4. Okay, I hope I helped. It's just a quick trick on how to add fractions. Also, quick note, subtracting is exactly the same, except say if this were a minus sign, you would take 5 away from 35, so it would just be 30. Same principle, it's just you got to take away instead of add. Done.